Testing. Okay. And it works. Noise suppression. Add. Okay. Gio actually fucking bought puts on my account. What the heck? Didn't think he was serious. Hello, hello. We are live today because Gio's Wi-Fi is down. At least he's green on the puts. Barely. Like break even. Alrighty. How's everyone's day going by and why? Everyone do okay today? I was supposed to be done for the day, but Gio said his Wi-Fi's out, so sound is good. Cool beans. What's the moving average up? It's just the 9 EMA. Nothing crazy. Gio wants lower. It's one way or the other. It's either 50.75 or 51.25 from here. Could you explain how to apply DDOI into our strategy? Data-wise, it's like, okay, when you have like sold call walls like this, the odds that we push up to them, they'll act like resistance essentially, right? Because sold calls carry what? It's a bearish position, so they don't really want market to push up more when you get to that point. I'm just watching SPY to see if this position goes well. I didn't even know he had my login. That was the crazy part. Does gamma work, exposure work on NQ? I mean, you can use QQQ, but you basically just use SPX for direction. They'll move relatively in sync, like in the sense of like overall direction of the two, more often than not. Guys, it's cold as shit in my house. Fuck. I don't know. I was leaning towards longs in the morning, and we tapped SPX 5100, so I was kind of done. Like I caught Nvidia calls, and then caught SPY calls. Dude, if this goes wrong, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. When are we going to make a sweep? I'm so bored. Yeah, I mean, okay, keep in mind, we already swept like the objectives for the day, in my opinion. Right? You have the data high, you have Asia lows already taken, you had London lows, London highs already taken from the data once again. So 3 out of 3 today, right? Asia high taken in the after hours, London high taken from data, and then data highs taken during the morning. Data high swept already. Have I ever used add or ADSBD? No, personally no. I keep my shit very, very simple, as you saw in yesterday's class. Especially during this week, like post OPEX is like one of my favorite weeks. Hmm. Wait, I forgot this computer can run literally everything. Time and sales. I don't got much today. Let's see. Data wise, there isn't a crazy amount of negative delta build up. The 100's pretty obvious. I mean, if we hit these lows, that'd be fucking wild. That's far from here, though. Nvidia's still pushing up. AMD's green. Meta struggling. Google is holding. These could all fall off a cliff pretty quickly. Like Microsoft's trying to hold this support. Google currently in a slight uptrend. Nvidia is definitely uptrending. AMD definitely. Apple's slowly falling. How to use pause and neg delta buildup? Personally, if I see like positive delta buildup, so like this is mixed, right? Because you have negative, positive, negative, positive, positive. So usually you want to see them kind of all line up. So if we're pushing up, you want to see negative, 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 essentially, in order to have a better gauge. But it's always interesting to see this right here, right? That this is getting increasingly higher in neg delta. So watch this closely as we push up. If we get a decent pullback. How do I get copyright free music? Not a huge fan of lo-fi music. Huh. Yeah, pause. This music's ass. You guys can't hear my desktop music. What time frame? It depends. Like I usually like using it in the mornings, like before 8 o'clock, like for the 5 minute, and then anything post that I like the 15. Do you think we're going to bounce at 5100 and go up to 5125 on SPX? Let's see. Personally, I want to see if we push up, you want to see one of these pick up essentially, right? Similar to yesterday's video and both the market reviews, depending on, you have to wait, right? I want to see whether or not as we move up, right? I want to see 5125 pick up. Even when we were pushed up over here, like at this high, 5125 didn't move up. So 51 or 5075 hasn't picked up much either. So just kind of waiting to see. It's staying patient, right? You obviously know that 5100 is kind of the magnet for today. So how far we break from that is going to be the tell. Just from an overall market perspective, though, like I said, you got to watch these ones because this is what'll basically kind of tell you where the direction is going. As you can see, QQQ is falling. That's because of Microsoft right now. SPY should follow because it is Microsoft's the biggest holding in the S&P at 7%. So if Microsoft starts clipping off of this support, that'll kind of be the tell. How far we go down is also heavily dependent on the other tech stocks. So this could just lead the way down, but you got to pay close attention to it. Price of the strong core, impressive results. We push this. Yeah, big positive build up right there. Not a huge fan of that. Yeah, I think Microsoft needs to flush this level, and Google would have to follow through as well. Apple's already dropping. Nvidia's the problem today. A decent support. Yeah, I think Nvidia is going to be the problem today for shorts. You would really need Nvidia to pull back. I was watching a video from a few months ago and it said green exposure acts as support resistance and red exposure acts as a magnet. Price, is that correct? Not so much a magnet, more so an accelerant for price to go through. But one other thing to take into consideration is absolute delta or absolute gamma in general. Absolute gamma is at 5100, and absolute gamma acts like a magnet. But Nvidia is the main problem today. It is so unbelievably strong. The moon is always the target. I'm not inputs. Geo's inputs on my account. Geo literally asked, "Can I buy puts on your account?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And apparently he had my login. Hmm. Guys, keep in mind this put is also in the money. So like as a heads up, like this put is in the money. It's also light while also being in the money. So the position's not going to go through the same pain as if you were in out the money calls or out the money puts, sorry. SMT. Reaction on comments back over pre-market high. Yeah, there's SMT on the screen right now, or on the chart. NQ took out, or didn't take out this high. ES took out this one. Right here. So, with that being said, hold on. Should be what I'm watching here. If it sweeps, if NQ sweeps this high, then the play is invalidated. Huh. SMT is basically divergence of indices when one takes out a high or low and the other one doesn't. So like in this case, since ES took it out, you would go short NQ with a stop. Which candle to take it out on this one? So you would have shorted like right here, stop above the high, and then you target lower. Target like here. And then you have PTs here. You have equal lows or relative equal lows here that you could use as a target. Nvidia pushing its high day. Guys, if you're green for the day, you could walk away. That's my suggestion. Take your weekend early. We are in lunch hour, but hopefully we get some sort of 10 a.m. reversal down. There's not much going on the rest of the market for now. I feel like there's nothing going on, and no one's asking questions on the stream. Does no one have questions? I'm kind of quiet today. Was in the doctor's office this morning, so not too fond of how I'm feeling. But no questions. I didn't buy it. He bought the put. Ghost in the system bought it. I didn't buy it. Does the large charm have an effect on the day we ran up? Personally, charm, in my opinion, this week has nearly a negligible effect. Here's the gamma week. How do we interpret 5135 sold calls on DDOI? Wait, that's the same thing. You just determine it as a wall, right? It's very simple. If you think about it, sold calls, right? Usually, if it was sold puts, it'd be a different story. Then maybe then maybe we'll have a good chance of pushing up because they sold in the money puts, but they sold out the money calls. So it's like until we get there, maybe we get a chance to squeeze them out. But even then, it's like we're pretty far from 35 as of right now. So until we get there. First day in the stream, do you mainly track the gamma exposure? Anything else you keep an eye on? As of this week, no. As of this week, I'm just paying close attention to gamma. Starting next week, we'll play into Charm and Vana just because they come back into play. Timing wise, when does Charm have the largest impact? Near end of day. Charm's impact comes in much stronger closer to expiration. So as we get closer to the end of the day. Yeah, closer to OPEX and end of day. So like on ODTE, it's obviously going to just daily end of day, right? In the sense of whichever expiration you're watching, Charm's effects come into play closer to end of day. Does DDOI fluctuate throughout the day? That's a geo question. Personally, that one I don't know. Amazon's ripping right now. We'll see if there's a reaction at 10 a.m. PST. So post lunch hour. This is good though. Trend up during lunch hour. Hopefully when volume comes back. Usually you tend to trend up on low volume. You can already see uptrend, lower volume. I hope Nvidia, low key, like, look, Gio has this put position, but low key, I hope Nvidia continues to push up so I can sell some calls by end of day. Oh, to die. Guys keep mentioning the 5125 bar. Thanks. Shane, do you give net split much credence? Just de-adjusted on split. 25 is picking up a little bit, but I think we probably see if 5100 stays, we probably get a reversal towards end of day. Raw is also picking up at 25, but 5100 is still the biggest until it gets lower. Yeah, you got to take your profit. Like this morning, especially, okay, going into the day, you have such a big recovery move from yesterday. Then you have after hours pump, right? You should expect not much expansion going into the day. It doesn't make sense to get a big continuous move up or down. That's just my 2 cents on it and why I was closing positions quicker today. Like my QQQs only were up like 40%. My my SPY calls earlier were up like 30%. I took them both. So for a long on SPX, what would you be looking for? Most ideal long probably would have been here. Break above, right? It's tough because even when we broke above here, you can already tell we fell right through 5100. Even right here is a little bit choppy. So you want, when you're looking for like a retest of something, you want a solid close above on like these, like you like these types of wicks, these two candles right there. Those are great retests because why? We retested lower, but we closed above. Like this one, obviously big close to the downside. This one we closed up, but then right here, maybe you would have been a little confused, or maybe you would have been a little bit biased as to maybe we get a pop up here, but we closed below. So it's not a strong confirmation in my opinion, because we're kind of just chopping around, right? Right here, much chop around 5100, but right here, we're obviously rejecting it. And then we get our move up, and then we get our retest. You got it 1, 2, 3 times, and all 3 times we held above, right? This is solid confirmation for potential upside. It would be nice to get a sweep right here on ES. Okay, watch this closely. I think if we get a sweep on ES right here, and NQ doesn't sweep right around this 10 o'clock mark, that would be really good. If we leave equal highs, I'm going to be tilted though. I do not want to see equal fucking highs. If it leaves equal highs, I'm going to be annoyed. Okay. Nice sweep. Nice sweep of the high on both indices. This should come back down a little bit here. Like the same situation that happened here. Hopefully. $10 a.m. reversal. Come on, baby. What the fuck? Bro, I want a bagel. I want a bagel. Bad. See if we get a move lower. All right. I'm gonna call it here. I don't want to be watching charts all day because I already made my win for today. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a really good weekend. I think I'm gonna have a good weekend. Relax the entirety of it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on Monday. And as always, keep moving forward, guys. Everyone have a